What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Monday, January the 27th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to do a Movequest video, but as you can see, I am decked out with my Commanders gear this morning, even in the wake of a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. I am so proud of my team, so I'm always going to be repping my team. For those of you that did not know, I'm a Commander fan, so I had to take just a few minutes to just say shout out to the Washington Commanders for a successful 2024 campaign. Even though we did not get it done in the NFC Championship game, actually we got BTA. For those of you that know what BTA is belt to, you know what I'm saying? So, we got our butts handed to us last night. But at the end of the day, this is a start of something amazing. And I love how it correlates with where we are in our journey here with Movequest and in our journey here at BOJ, because I do believe after years of what could have been seen as some good years and some bad years, we have not really found anything that we felt we could go the distance with. And with Movequest coming, and of course, with our Commanders having some great success in its first real year as the team that we can see going for the foreseeable future. Seems like there's an amazing correlation. So I'm excited about that. Movequest has been doing its thing. And this is, of course, is a Movequest video. So we're going to be talking about Movequest primarily. But I had to take a couple minutes just to say shout out to my Commanders. I'm so proud of them for the efforts that they made this season. And I'd much rather be a Commanders fan than any other fan of any other team in any other sport. So there you go. Anyway, let's get talking about Movequest. Before I get started, though, I want to remind all of you that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, right? I am just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out in many different opportunities and platforms. Well, not really many, because Movequest has been my primary deal right now. So this has been primarily a Movequest channel, honestly. But I do have to say that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor, right? I'm a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out in Movequest. All right, nothing more, nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, hit subscribe. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp, man, because if he gets you or anybody on Telegram or anybody on Discord, any one of these platforms out there for communication, if they get you, if they get your information, there's nothing I can really do to help you. So what I want everyone to do is stay vigilant and diligent in this space and in this comment section under these videos. All right. Anyway, talking about Movequest, we got a few things that we want to talk about today. All right. The first thing that I want to do is I want to, for the first time, I believe, show you guys me getting my hatched hatchery and the way that the hatchery works in general. Now, for those of you that have been paying attention, we know that the hatchery is going to go through some changes. It's going to become a hatchery 2.0 of sorts. All right. There's going to be different types of ways to take advantage of the hatchery. But right now, what is available is what is available. And it is what has been available since the inception of the hatchery. So we're going to dive into that. We also want to direct you to the X spaces where they have been doing their AMAs, and the team, Lynette, Herschel, Kenneth, and a lot of the folks that are on the team of Movequest that are really at the forefront of sharing this and getting people the information that they need to make informed decisions, and of course support them in that decision if they decide to move forward with Movequest. They have been being communicative, especially over the weekend, this past weekend. Lynette did a whole thing about Trump's tokenomics, and it really wasn't that. It was really more of an AMA still. It was an opportunity to hear her speak and her vision about what Movequest is, but they really had an emphasis on what the Trump token was. And we understand that the Trump token is a meme coin. And if you understand how to play the meme coin game, you can win. But at the end of the day, is it something that's sustainable? Is it something that is like a Movequest that has a self-sustaining ecosystem? Is it something that has utility? Right now, it isn't. All right. And in her opinion, she goes into that. But on Sunday, yesterday, around 3 o'clock when the game was on, so of course I was watching the game, but I went back and listened to the AMA that they had yesterday on the Twitter, which is now X, spaces where they are able to share and have little forums, and I won't say little, but they have forums where they can share with each other, kind of like a Zoom call without the video, right? It's just a voice. But they did share their thoughts about what can make MoveQuest that next big thing. And then there were so many testimonials and people that have had their own success stories. And I think at one point I'm going to do a video about my story, just in the space and what I was going through and what was going on when MoveQuest came into my life. I've talked about it in bits and pieces as I've done different videos of MoveQuest, but I've lost 50 pounds, and MoveQuest has been a part of not only getting to that point, but keeping it at that point, because I have daily awareness, one, I have daily incentive, two, and just the quality of life that I'm experiencing now at this place. I only want it to get better. I only want to feel better. Only want to feel healthier. And this is after, excuse me, just about 6 months of this being, or almost, if not 6 months of this being on the Avalanche blockchain, where we have been able to actively take part every single day of getting this MQT. And and they talk about this all the time, but over $20 million have been experienced in paying out, or I won't even want to say paying out, but what really is going on is we are mining this token. And when we mine this token, we are able to exchange it for USDT or Avalanche, or things that we can actually have liquid asset. And MQT is an asset. It works very similar to all the other coins that we are interested in this space, honestly. So it has just been a great experience. And so I digress on, kind of what we're going to talk about. Let's just jump in here and talk about it. I've been talking too long. One of the first things that I want to do is I want to go to the MoveQuest back office here. Now, this is the hatchery section, okay? Now, as you can see in the hatchery, and I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit, the hatchery was reduced to 113,000 MQT. All right, this was talked about on the call. I think it was at an upwards of 250,000 or something of that line. And quite honestly, it is amazing to see that there has been over 16,000 incubations, right? So we know that the hatchery works. That is one of the most amazing things that we can know about a system, and that is a part of an ecosystem and a project, that these different portions of it work. We have been able to be rewarded in these different miners here that have honestly been able to give us a leg up on what is to come, if not a better opportunity for us mining right now. I do believe that the majority of us that have had a lot of MQT or have been mining or maxing out, a lot of us are at the Titan level, okay? But for those of you that are not at the Titan level, you cannot get a Titan from the hatchery, okay? You will need to get 2 Vanguards at the very least, and then you will need to upgrade them, or evolve them, I should say. That is the terminology. Evolve them to a Titan. Now, being able to do it with these different methods like the hatchery and mining and then evolving, there's different ways to get the top powered miners, but this is a way that you can take advantage of it, and there will be more ways in the hatchery 2.0, so just stay tuned on how to get these miners evolved to the top level if you choose to do so. If you don't, there are ways to get these other miners at more cost-effective levels for whatever level that you're at. You can mine them for $50. You can put your MQT in the hatchery, and the most beautiful thing about it is the most that we're paying right now is the fee. And of course, the fees are going to change. We've already talked about that. But right now, what's available is pretty much taking our MQT and staking, and then paying this fee. And then we're able to get these miners over the time period. All right. That is an amazing thing. And then on top of that, we get the MQT that we staked back. So say that there's a huge jump, when the leasing comes and the marketplace comes and all that stuff, and you've got your MQT in a contract. You got your MQT in the hatchery, I should say. Depending on the time that we go through, and we know crypto goes through its ebbs and flows, right? It goes through its ups and downs, but with a token that started at $1 and hasn't seen less than $8 since it was at $1, I think there's promise in that. Regardless of how high it has been, there's promise in the fact that a token has started at $1 and hasn't seen $1 since. And It's about 6 months or so. So with that being said, we have something, as you know, myself, as I say we have a incubated chamber that is ready to be unleashed or collected from. All right. What this was a Trailblazer reward. All right. The MQT that I had to stake was about $200 worth of MQT. That was 13.8544 MQT at that time. And then the hatchery fee was $6, and it was incubated for 14 days. So the 14 days is now over. I can collect what has been incubated. So I'm going to now do that. I think this is the first time that I've done this live. I've done this process several times, but I think this is the first time I've done this on video. So we're just going to do a simple thing, collect it. What's going to come up, and because I'm on my Google Chrome browser, I have MetaMask extension on it, which is very easy for everyone to get. I have a pop-up that comes up that is pretty much saying transaction request and do I confirm it? All right, so I'll confirm that on my end. It'll go through its collecting phase. You got to give it some seconds, so I'm not going to click anything. I don't advise anyone click anything. All right, now we see that in an incubation chamber, there is now nothing there. All right, see, it's gone. Now, if I go to my miners, which I probably could have showed you guys before I did this, how many miners I had, but I had 7, all right? So as I refresh the page, you will now see, and with the previous page, you can see that I had 7, but now I have 8. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an Explorer, I've got 3 Trailblazers, and I've got 4 Navigators, all right? Now, many of you have way more miners. Many of you may have less miners than me. This is not a race to see who can get the most miners. This is for every person to understand that you have opportunity in this hatchery, one. But here's the second thing that I want everyone to understand, and this is kind of how I see it, all right? So you can see it this way if you choose to. You don't have to. It's up to you. But each one of these miners, for me, is like real estate. When I'm thinking about, okay, I have a growing, I have some land, right, that I'm building on with my personal activity, right? My proof of physical activity is my land, right? And with that land, I have some presence, right? With that presence, I'm able to earn this MQT token. With that MQT token, I am able to take a part of this hatchery, right, and stake it. So it's almost like I'm taking some of my work, my hard-earned work, and I'm saying, I want to add to my land, all right? Now, I'm going to acquire that land so I don't lose anything. I'm gaining, right? I'm gaining a miner. I'm not losing my MQT. I'm just staking it. I'm deciding to take some of my, if I'm doing real estate in my brain, right? I'm not a real estate person or anything like that. I love to be one day, by the way. But right now, that's not what I am. But in theory, the way I think of it is, if I'm acquiring this land, okay, then I need to build on it. It could take some time to build on it. It could take a fee. It could take some upfront money to build on this land that I just acquired, right? So in order to do that, I have to invest. I have to build upon it. I have to get contractors or whatever I need to start building on this land. We know it's going to take time. We know it's going to take resources. But when we have the time and we have the resources, right, over time, we see that land start to have some, you know, there's structure on it. Now, when there's structure on it, it's being built on, that's the time it's in the hatchery, you know, whatever. And then when it's done, we have this beautiful complex or apartment or whatever we have, a house, home, townhome, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's why I'm calling it that. Now, some of you may say, well, you know, you have all these townhomes or apartments or houses, you know, you can't live in them all, right? You can't live in them all. You can't, and there's no point when you have the biggest house on the block or the most, I won't say the biggest, but I'll say the one that works for you the most, right? All 8 Titans are the best that you can do right now in your docking slots. So navigators and trailblazers and explorers, they're not going to help me by replacing any one of these Titans for that. But as we see to our left here, leasing, marketplace, these things are coming very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. And there's going to be a whole community, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are waiting in the wings that may not have known about Movequest, may not have the financial opportunities that we may have to get these Titans, or maybe even these Navigators, Trailblazers, or Explorers, or any of the other miners that are available. They may not have the financial resources to do that, but they might have the financial resources to lease them from us, the people that have been in the game for a while, or the people that have the resources that can give or afford to provide these opportunities, kind of like an apartment complex would, or renting a townhome or a house or anything like that, renting an office space. These are opportunities that we have to use something that is someone else's, pay a fee for it, of course, that you establish and negotiate, which, of course, will be done on the app or the blockchain. I mean, both simultaneously. And that's what's the most exciting thing to me. It's that opportunity to now be building on something that I can offer to others for another stream of income. These are 8 different streams of income that I'm looking at right here. All right. Someone is going to need a miner that I have. Someone is going to need a miner that you have. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but this is an opportunity that we have in Movequest that I believe is going to be here for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm spending so much time talking about it. This is one of the first times that I've ever really felt that this is something that we have the opportunity to have some true stake in. So I am excited about it, but now is the time that we learn. This is the best time to learn about what's going on. All right. So these are the opportunities that we have. Now, when the leasing comes and the marketplace comes, you'll be able to either sell or lease your miners. I think that's a powerful thing. All right. For those of you that are trying to get to the top level of your own personal mining, if you are serious about Movequest, I need you all to understand that these Titans may start like Titans. But ladies and gentlemen, this 400%, based on our consistency and proof of physical activity, submissions, and different things that I'm sure the groundwork will be explained to us and how they will continue to grow. But these have the power, and only these have the power, to surpass 400% mining power, up to 1,000% mining power, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Now, here's something else that has come through the pipeline that I just came to my head that I've also shared in my Telegram group. All right. So for those of you that are not in my Telegram group, hey, I have it there for you guys if you would like to be in it. I'm not telling you you need to, but I like Telegram, and I know that the main communication is not on Telegram, it's on Discord. So what I am doing is I'm just getting the information from Discord and I'm plugging it in the group for Telegram users that are interested. There's no one else that can post anything in that group but me. All right. So that's the way I prefer it. That's the way I like it. And folks can play by those rules. And hey, you got a group on Telegram that you don't have to worry about a whole bunch of hoopla and a whole bunch of chatter, a whole bunch of this and that. It's going to be the information that I feel that we need as a whole. Opportunity to also get to the Discord if you want to just get the information yourself. I advise everyone getting to the Discord, quite honestly, because that gives you the power to get the information when you need the information. All right. But I just wanted to mention that these Titans can get more powerful. All right. Another thing that came through the pipeline, what I was getting down to, this is what I was actually about to say. Lynette mentioned that there's going to be some information about the accumulation of MQT. We've always been talking about how over the past, since August, since we've started, we've only been getting half the allotment of MQT for the safety of the program itself, right? We've been getting 25,000 released MQT per day to the community. And for those of us that are submitting, we are getting our portion of the MQT that is allotted out of that 2,500. It is soon going to be moving to 5,000, or there's going to be information on what the platform needs to get to that point coming on Tuesday. All right. So Tuesday night is another call that Lynette is going to be having. And We want to tune in if we're serious about being in Movequest. There's always replays, and I always try to put the replay in the Telegram group that I have. They always post the replays in the recordings section, and it's always on the Herschel's YouTube page. So we have many ways to get the information if you missed the call. So don't feel like the world is going to end if you miss it. But if you're very interested and you don't want to miss a thing live, you want to make sure that you get on that call. All right. It's very, very important. Okay. So those things being said, we got our hatchery. We now have our MQT back, which is another thing that I want to mention. If you notice, like I said before, the MQT that we are staking, we do get back. All right. So I have an opportunity right now. If I want to jump in and get another navigator, I have the ability to do that. I have my $3 in Avalanche here in my wallet. I have $220 worth of MQT, or 24 MQT as it stands right now in price. So I have the opportunity to do that. This also shows up in my MetaMask wallet. So I can take this MQT that was just released to me. I can sell it if I want to. I can decide, hey, I want to take part in the Bitcoin dip that's going on. So I'm going to sell my MQT and I'm going to take advantage of that. You can do whatever you want with the MQT. If you believe in MQT, if you believe in Movequest, and you kind of understand what's at stake here, then you might not sell it. You might decide to jump back in the hatchery that you have a little bit of space in here. All right. You might be waiting. Like, honestly, my thing is I'm waiting for Hatchery 2.0. I want to see what comes of that. And I want to make sure that I have a little bit of MQT here so that I can take a part of what Hatchery 2.0 is. We've already taken a part of the hatchery as it stands right now. We've taken advantage of that. We've gotten our miners. So we know that the hatchery works. All right. We've had some technical things happen over time, but the development team has been very on point as it pertains to fixing what is here. All right. They have been amazing at that. So with that being said, I think that it would be wise of me, since I have tested the hatchery as it stands right now, to maybe just wait and see what the hatchery 2.0 brings. All right. We have heard many things about when these things are going to be available. My thing is, like, when you tell us that it's going to be available here in the next few days or this and that, we take that very literally as a community. So I would almost rather you just say coming soon all the time. All right. But right now, what we can do is the most important thing. What we can do right now is the most important thing that's going on with Movequest. All right. And what we can do right now is we can submit our proof of work, our proof of physical activity. And I suggest that we all do that. All right. Every day. Yes, it takes some Avalanche to be able to do that. But if we are submitting every day, then we are getting our MQT, and then we can decide in our earnings section here when to claim it. Now, I was answering this question for someone who reached out to me the other day, and they were saying, do we have the opportunity to claim our MQT every day? And for those people that are out there maxing out to the max, and MQT is at $10 or $9 right now, and you're earning 1.5 MQT, you're like one of the only people that can decide to do that and still be in a profit every day. But quite honestly, this does a $10 fee every day is not something that I am interested in paying unless I'm getting like $1,000 worth of MQT in a day. And I feel like I want to claim all that or whatever the case may be. If I want to do that every day and it's worth that fee, then fine. But right now, it's not worth paying $10 every day. But here's what the amazing thing about Movequest is. They have put in their structural in their structure, I should say, this is a way to protect the price of MQT, right? And add to the liquidity for those of us that want to claim it. We got to pay the fee. So if we want to go, every day, we got to pay that $10. But every day that we decide to wait, it goes down $1. All the way down to when it gets to 10 days, which is not a crazy amount of time, ladies and gentlemen. I have been claiming every 10 days for at least the last 3 or 4 months now. And I've been okay. All right. I'm not that pressed. We've seen the price go up and down. So sometimes it's not even worth considering claiming it at $10. worth of AVAX. But when we wait that 10 days and we watch it go from $10 to $1 to claim, it makes 100% sense to just go ahead and wait that 10 days and claim it $1. Unless you have an emergency. If you have an emergency and you've claimed, you know, $200 worth of MQT and you want to claim it early, hey, you do your thing. Because no one's here to stop you. There's nothing here stopping you. If you have the capability to pay that fee and you want to claim your MQT right now, you can claim it right now. That is the beauty of a decentralized project. We're not waiting on, for the most part, for the things that are available to us right now, the things that have been submitted on the smart contract, things that are working right now. We don't have to wait on humans to claim what is ours. We don't have to wait for someone to press a master button to release withdrawals. We don't have to do that. We jump in here and we get what we claim. When we do the work and sharing, here's another thing, right? For those of us that are link sharers, for those of us that are opportunity sharers, and you're trying to sell or you're trying to share Movequest, not sell it, you're trying to share it, all right? I think the best way to sell something is with your own personal lifestyle. You know, I've had people ask me more about what I'm doing now that I've lost 50 pounds than ever. And what better to tell them that I'm earning crypto while losing weight? That's an amazing thing to be able to share with somebody. So for those of us that are sharing, when we do the work and we share with someone and they mint and they evolve, we are instantly able to claim what is ours. It will show up here. We can claim it and we can then use it immediately. We don't have to wait till Friday to get our rewards. We don't have to wait till this and that, or we reach this level or that, because it's not about what level you reach with Movequest. There are no ranks, you know. And for those of us that were involved with the Get Fit mining era, yes, there was a multi-level structure that we could take advantage of, that we are grandfathered in because we are a part of the pioneers of what this is. We were involved at the beginning. But Movequest is not going to be about multi-level marketing. Movequest is going to be about changing people's lives, shifting us from this sedentary lifestyle that we've adopted because, you know, especially over COVID, when everything that we had to do was inside and in a chair and in front of a camera. We got used to being very okay with not being the healthiest versions of us that we can physically. And I think that we needed a little bit of incentive like this to get us back in that mind frame that, one, we can change our lives with some technology that is amazing. And that can be a fiscal change. That can be a financial change. Us being at the forefront of cryptocurrency, that can be a financial shift for all of us that decide to take this on, right? Because you're going to learn a lot about crypto in the process of being involved with Movequest. But you're also going to learn a lot about your own personal body, because there are going to be some challenges. And I don't mean challenges as in quests, because there's going to be those too. There's going to be the actual challenges that are involved with Movequest that we can take part of, that are going to be competitive. They're going to be fun. But it's going to be that initial challenge of, okay, how do I get the most of what I have? You know, if I'm a person that just thought I'm going to go get, you know, I've got the resources, right? I'm going to just jump in here and I'm going to get these Titans. I'm going to get rocking and rolling. Then you realize that to max these Titans out, you got to get 20,000 steps. Now, this is not, I don't want to scare people, okay? This is not about going and kicking your butt in the gym every day and, you know, wearing your body out and doing all that stuff. This is not necessarily about that. This is about bringing more awareness to the movement that we are already doing, one, but two, what is going to get us to a place where we are putting our bodies through just enough activity that we are able to change our lives. 20,000 steps, ladies and gentlemen, is no joke, but that doesn't mean that you have to get 20,000 steps every day. I think it starts with the awareness of the fact that our phones and our mobile devices and our wearables are already getting this information from us. They're already taking this information. I'm going to close this. They're already getting our information on a day-to-day basis. If you have an Apple phone, an Apple Watch, if you go to your health app, right? I haven't taken that many steps today, but it's tracking them, right? It's tracking steps. And I average about 8,000 steps right now, which is not very good. All right. I'm in a different season of my activity. I'm now lifting weights a little bit more than I was in the cardio. You know, I cut a lot, but that's my own personal goals. What I do though is I submit on a day-to-day basis my physical activity. I make sure my sleep is in there from SleepMeister app. Thank you for the SleepMeister app. For those of you that don't have it, look it up on the Apple stores. My workouts, I get in 2 hours a day, or I at least try to get an hour, but I'm being honest about the work that I'm doing. And even still, if you're not going to the gym and working out, if you're moving, if you're doing anything, if you turn your Apple Watch on to workouts and you go scroll a little bit, you'll see a thing that says other. Amongst all the other things that you can be doing on that list, there's one that says other. All right. And you could literally just be in your chair, listening to music, rocking back and forth and glad. And it's accumulating a workout on your watch. So that's just one example. You know, it's kind of specific for Apple users, but you don't have to be a person that goes out there and does tremendous workouts. But ladies and gentlemen, you should hear some of the testimonials of the folks that are actually out there trying to get their steps in. It is changing their lives. And I don't know how pounds correlate to kilograms, but, you know, I have to do that research because especially this is a worldwide opportunity. So not everyone goes by pounds, right? I do believe the majority of the world doesn't go by pound. They go by kilograms. So I'll have to figure that out. That's on me. But what I will say is, you know, aside from my own personal story, I've lost 50 pounds. I'm a lot healthier now than I've ever been in my adult life. And I'm coming from a person, this is coming from a person that played sports his whole life, went and actually played college sports. So I actually got to learn what it takes to compete at that level physically, right? I got to learn a little bit of that stuff. I actually watched that stuff my whole life because my uncles and my aunts, they were all athletes and educators and coaches and different things of that nature. So I was blessed with that upbringing. Not everyone is blessed with that. They're going to be learning a lot about their bodies during this time with Movequest. All right. You're going to be having some soreness possibly in places that you have never had before. But what if I could tell you that you can earn through that process? And honestly, if you were the person that's out here maxing out every day, you're doing the best that you can, you could probably replace your gym membership costs with what you are earning with Movequest on a month-to-month basis right now. And that's with it being at $9 a token. You know, I don't max out every day, but I'm getting pretty close to MQT or a half of MQT in between the two. Half of MQT right now is about $6. And if I'm doing that every day, you know, 6 times 30, if I'm doing calculated math, 6 times 30 is $180. Most gym memberships are not $180 a month. Planet Fitness, I know, is not $180. Gold's Gym wasn't $180. You know, there's a lot of places that aren't $180 a month. But as we know, and as we are excited about what the price of MQT can do with just a few thousand more people, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the forefront of this. I don't think people really understand. And if they watch my videos, they will hear me say it. All right. I don't care how long these videos are. I know there's a few people out there that go all the way through these videos. And I thank God for y'all, because I think you guys will be at the forefront of your communities and people that will understand and get what this is. This is an opportunity for us to learn about crypto, to change our physical bodies, and to accumulate wealth. This has a very, very similar tokenomics to Bitcoin. But this has use case. This has purpose. This even has an emotional tie. There's no real emotions tied to Bitcoin other than how people have come to see what the powers of it can be financially in the world today, which it took long enough for us to get there. So now, you know, people are starting to look at other coins and their use cases and their actual utility. Do they have things that they are actually helping the world do and accomplish? And we already know one of the biggest problems in the world and one of the hugest, to use some Trump language, hugest problems that we have in the United States is obesity. We already have healthcare issues here. We already have, you know, different things that, you know, our food is accessible to healthy food has not been what it could be. what other countries have shown us our healthcare plans could be. We have not quite adopted that yet. And while I do think that there are going to be some things changing, we don't know quite yet whether they will be good or bad. I know that this can be a part of how we take our own power back. This can be how we take our own life into our own hands. And if we don't take opportunities like this to take our life back into our own hands, then someone else will always run our life. We'll always be waiting for the next president, the next person, the next world leader to be trying to fix our lives when we have had all the resources to do it ourselves. Historically, folks that look like me did not have all the resources to do it ourselves. We've had to make do. I think we're coming to a time now where we're getting to the place where all people have felt the struggle in some aspect. And I think that as it pertains to our own physical health, I won't talk about the wealth disparity in depth because that's a lot of different things to talk about. But as it deals with our own personal health, we can take the control back on it if we act on it. And I think this is going to be one of the catalysts to help us do that. Going to bring that awareness back to our communities about, hey, what does it take to be healthy? What kind of movement on a day-to-day basis does it take to be healthy? And do we have things that help motivate us past ourselves? Some of us are very self-motivated people, but the 1%ers are the 1%ers for a reason, because they do things that the normal folks won't do. I don't think a normal person is going out there and running 3 to 6 miles a day. I don't think that's normal. Now, whether you have to walk that long to do what you have to do on a day-to-day basis, that's an individual thing. And if you have to run to work, if you have to walk to work, and that's the only resource you have, I think the person that is like that is the perfect person to take the time to learn about what Movequest is. Because that thing that we see as a struggle, not having a car, not having, transportation like that, and we have to walk everywhere, but we still have our smartphones. Because about every phone that you can have is a smartphone. And then if we're able to get a wearable on top of that, you can get a Fitbit. You don't have to get an Apple Watch, but you can possibly find an Apple Watch over time with what you're earning with MQT. Yes, you may need a miner. Yes, you may need certain things like that. But when leasing is involved, when a person has the ability to get a hold of these miners for much less than they would have to purchase for minting them, then that opportunity is given. And we're just waiting on that day, but it's coming. So I've talked long enough. This video has been pretty long, but I just this is one of those projects that is important to me. As you can see, is one of the only things that I'm talking about currently. And while we're involved with this process and seeing what the future of it's going to be, the different things that are going to be added to it, I want us to be excited about what we have right now. We have the opportunity to accumulate MQT. As long as we're submitting our proof of physical activity right now, to do that, you need to get Fit Mining app. I'm so waiting on everything to be Movequest. When we get our links, when we get our different things of that nature that make it seamless for the person that has been in this space and the person that is new to this space. That day is coming. But for those of us that are leaders out here in the space that kind of know how to maneuver this space and know how to accumulate or get at AVAX or use MetaMask or the different things that the new person is not going to know, I advise that person to get a part of Movequest and learn what it is. Learn how to use it. Because this thing is going to be able to help people outside of your realm of where you are physically. And if you can help them over the hump with their crypto knowledge, or even just the basic things that they will need to onboard in this project, I think that you will have the opportunity to change so many lives. People are going to have a better quality of life. And this is just something that they can just put in their tool belt that they walk around with, literally. This is not something that has to take over people's lives. You don't have to jump on here and do YouTube videos every day. You don't have to hold Zoom calls. They hold enough. You know, they do presentations for you to send people to, and they're on YouTube so that you can send them out. You can share this with people. And then when our links are streamlined, you'll be able to send these videos out, which I'm sure they're going to provide some marketing materials for us as well. I mean, the stuff that they're putting on X is pretty immaculate looking. These thumbnails that they've developed, I mean, they look amazing, graphically amazing. So I can only imagine the videos and the study materials and maybe some of the tutorials and walkthroughs. Like, I've been a part of some network marketing companies that have had really great training, amazing training. And I just know that where we are in 2025 with AI technology and all the different things that we have at our fingertips, that what Movequest has the ability to do with just the small community that we have built thus far, is going to be an amazing thing. And I do believe that next year, when I'm looking back on some of these videos and I'm seeing where I am right now, where I'll be in a year, and you know, God willing, and all of you guys that are believers of Movequest, and even for the ones that don't even know what Movequest is just yet, here on Monday, January the 27th in 2025. Movequest will be something that's a household name, I do believe, because of the lives it's going to change. And it's going to start off with you seeing people losing weight, feeling better about their bodies, and, you know, the testimonials about how many kilograms, how many pounds that they've lost. And then you're going to start seeing the testimonials about what people have been able to do with their MQT, and the bills that they've been able to pay, and the lifestyle that they're able to live. Movequest is a lifestyle opportunity. It starts off with us. It starts off with our physical bodies. And then it becomes fiscal. I do believe. I do believe that day is coming. I do believe that the tokenomics of this is just like Lynette has said many, many times. We're going to wake up one day and this is going to be up there with the price of Bitcoin. And we're going to be like, how the heck did this happen? And it's going to be because the folks that believed in this decided it was not robbery of them to go and share this with their communities. And I don't think it's robbery of me to share with my community how I have lost the amount of weight that I have. You know, the amount of MQT that I'm able to earn may not be as high as others, but I have been able to do everything I need to do with it. When I need to sell it, I can sell it. When I need to put it in the hatchery, I can put it in the hatchery. When I need to hold on to it, I can hold on to it. When I need to secure it, I can secure it. All the different things that I need to do with a cryptocurrency, I can do with MQT. And for those of you that are crypto experts out there, I challenge you to get the tokenomics of this project and go through it and read through it if that's what you want to do. I don't got time for that. I'm trusting the word of other crypto experts, like I have always done. But this is the one time that I really, truly, honestly believe that we have something in our hands that can change lives. And I'm not just talking about what is in their bank account. There's a lot of opportunities that are popping up that are giving us, or giving the communities out there, an amazing opportunity to earn money. And I think everyone wants to do that. Don't get me wrong. I want to earn money, y'all. Shoot, I probably made less money or crypto. I probably earned less cryptocurrency just deciding to talk about Movequest and be on the Movequest train than I ever have in my tenure in YouTube history. Less views, all that stuff. But that's how much I believe in Movequest. I don't care who watches. I don't care who sees. What I do care about, though, is continuing to bring opportunities to folks that want them and that believe in this space and believe in cryptocurrency and believe in the power that it can give us. And this is one of the first times that I've seen an opportunity give us some power to really change our lives. Not just what's in our bank account, But, you know, even when we look in the mirror at ourselves and we jump on that scale, and when we go to the doctor's office, and when we wake up in the morning, and then when we go to sleep at night, and then when we're interacting with our families and our attitudes are better because our insides are healthier, and then we're getting more conscious about what gets you there. Is it a good diet? Yes. Is it staying active and moving? Yes. It's all of those things. And then, you know, we'll see the day that MQT grows to a place, then we can go out there to those whole food stores and we can start buying food that is healthier for us if we haven't had that opportunity to do so. You know, all those different things that are available to us. It's so much that can be done with this project. We haven't scratched the surface of it yet. And we're in January of 2025, y'all. I'm so excited. So excited. You may not be able to tell. I had a long night last night. My commanders didn't impress me too well, but I got plenty of sleep. I got plenty of sleep. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to reiterate how amazing I think Opportunity Movequest is. If you are not in it, hey, it's not a platform that I believe is going anywhere anytime soon. So don't feel like you're missing out on anything other than an opportunity to be a pioneer in this and learn as much as you can, as early as you can, so that you can start to talk to your communities about what it could do for them if they choose to link on. Yes, I do believe easier onboarding is coming. I've been talking about it. We don't have Movequest links per se. There's definitely a way to get involved. So if you are looking for a way to join, please just reach out to me. My email and all that, my Telegram is in the description of every video. I'm not hard to find. Just reach out to me. We'll help you get onboarded and all that different stuff. There is a support team that is active every weekday that is helping people get onboarded all the time. It is literally just as simple as reaching out to me and getting my wallet address. You type it in or you copy paste like we do in the crypto world so often. This is really not a hard thing to get a part of. Right now, what makes it a little bit different is the different things like the Get Fit Mining app is what we're using to submit. It's not a Movequest. It's not Movequest just yet on the app, but the development team is working on that. They're putting that together, and we're hoping to see that before it gets warm outside. That's what I'll say. I won't give a date or anything like that, but we're hoping to see it before it gets warm outside. But everything that we need to do to earn MQT, we have access to. We have always had access to it. And just because we're in transition to Movequest doesn't mean that we have ever lost access to how we earn and submit. That has always been there, even down to the networkers out there. Everything that we need to share this opportunity, we have it. All right. It's just getting that information and deciding that you want to be on the forefront of sharing it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets, because crypto is indeed the Wild Wild West, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right. Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, please hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man, Telegram folks, WhatsApp folks, Discord folks. Anybody out there, even in the comment section of these videos, don't let them get your information. Let's stay diligent and let's stay vigilant in this space. All right. I will see y'all on the next one. This is Movequest. Again, shout out to my commanders. We're excited for the future. You have restored hope in the city, and we're so excited to be rooting on the Washington Commanders. I've always been on the side. Y'all know I've had my little Commanders helmet with me every step of the way, you know, and it ain't going nowhere. All right. Sceneries may change, you know, things that you may see in the background may change, but BOJ, he's going to be BOJ. All right. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.